222.
Yes.
Gotta catch all your MILFs.
In your local area. No less.
Let's see. I gotta change the stream title. Well, I don't have to, but I want to. What's a good one? We're really close to sliding in. To sliding in.
Sliding into those Pyokos.
I'll let you decide what we're sliding into. The language of love. The go live notification is I've gone live.
I am alive.
The language of love. Done.
At least I hope I am.
Sorry, I gotta tweet it.
You gotta tweet it, man.
Of course, I've got to wait for all these illustrious fans of mine to join and watch me start fucking my throat deep cock-wise. We're live with the third stream of the language of love. Come on. Alright, words, don't fail me now. Think of a funny pun to go along with it. Watch us get sex.
Yes, watch us get sex.
Watch us get sex with this busty mistress, as she put it.
There's multiple ones in there actually, so you know.
With this
busty to go around.
This busty mistress. With this busty mistress Kyoko.
In your area.
Kyoko. In your area, of course, in parentheses. Yeah.
Is this black screen, by the way?
Yeah, I know. I haven't done the game yet. I'm still setting it up. It's not 11 yet. I'm not late. Okay, I'm actually really early. All right. I'm not some criminal scum. All right. I'm not Bus. I'm not Jordation. I'm not Frogger. I'm not any of these guys who are always late to their own streams. Okay, I have a schedule.
This is true, actually.
All right. Unlike these guys, all right, I actually represent myself in a sophisticated and genuine manner.
And you're Australian.
And I'm Australian, which is better than... actually, they're all Australian, Elf. You might not realize.
Yeah, but you're Australian and you're doing something commendable.
Commendable.
Good job, man.
Yeah. Yes, I'm pretty much the equivalent of giving to charity. That is exactly what I'm doing, Elf.
Yes. Giving to charity in your local area.
Yes, I'm giving to these hot single MILFs in my area.
No, someone in the chat says that you're 3 seconds late.
I was not 3 seconds late, Gary. Alright. I timed it.
You're 3 seconds late, dude.
I've got microscopic timing. I've got 10 scientists in my backyard at the moment, all underpaid workers at my local high school, working on the clock to make sure I can get the microseconds just right. This is what gives me GM prowess over Oceana. Okay, enough shit talking. Alright, alright, so... last time... not much actually happened, really. It was more or less just me trying to flirt with the girl. The hot single MILF, Kyoko, as Mitsuki. Minor things that happened. We saw her naked, kind of. Well, about as naked as you can get for a visual novel. After that, she started shooting us, and she told us to call her mistress. Commander, I think was another word. That got my stiffy going. Like nothing else.
Sensei.
Yes, Sensei, of course. There's a lot of sexual tension built up between me and her. It might not come across, but there is. What else happened? Oh yeah, she also asked us to look after Tama, Randy Savage, Scooby-Doo crossbred, for a school cooking festival, or just event. And there we met douchebag Kichi, the talked-up punk, who's got the protagonist voice. And he was actually more savage than half of Oceania combined. And we met his mother as well. Ayako, I think, was her name. She was a real bitch. Sounds like a Philistine. Otherwise... oh, Gary, I've got more important things to do. Alright? Such as head on to single mills in that area.
So just playing this shit, yeah.
Yeah,
Man.
I'm busy, okay?
It's
God.
important.
What else? What happened after that? Not much, really. Oh, she cleaned out her ears. She cleaned out ears, and we rested our head on her thighs. Otherwise, it's been a pretty uneventful series of events. This is, for people who aren't in the know, the part of a visual novel where they ran out of ideas and they just had very specific scenes planned, and they had to try and connect them as long as they could to try and reach the 50,000 word mark that they could advertise in the game title, the game description. So, to expect in this next scene, this next series of events, we were invited to a vacation a month later to the beach with Tama and Kyoko. We're about halfway through the game, I'd say. About 6 hours in. Apologies if I don't do the voices 100% accurate. I have a very minor headache, as I had to go outside and socialize with my cousins today.
Lucky.
It was a fucking trial and a half. Otherwise, I'm ready to get this donezo. So, let's get into it.
Turns out you're not actually halfway through. You're only like 15%.
Let me dream. Anyway, picking up where we left off. A month passes. June segues into July, and the few rain clouds that continue to hover stubbornly over Kawasaki are blown away by the warm summer air. The sun has never looked warmer, the sky never bluer, the leaves on the trees greener. And today is a long-awaited, fated day. I'm finally going to go to the beach with the Humuro family. Now, when was the last time I went to the beach? I don't actually know. I don't remember. It hasn't been for a while, at least. I used to live in a village up in Aomori that was only a few minutes walk away from the coast, but after coexisting alongside the sea for so long, I got used to it. I went hunting for shells and rocks and crabs amongst the driftwood when I was a small child, but scavenging lost its appeal when I reached double digits. It wasn't a very nice beach either, far too scrubby to be a tourist hotspot, with too many rocks to allow safe swimming. You never saw any girls in bikinis lounging about on the sand. Alright, well, there's no point in going. Just none.
Just a waste of time.
It's just none.
Really?
Especially if none of them are MILFs in my area.
Yeah, what the fuck? There's no crabs or anything.
I wonder what the beaches near Tokyo will be like. I bet they'll be much, much bigger than the pitiful beach in Aomori I know from childhood. All white sand and clear blue water, no perilous rocks at all, like something from a postcard. It's a beautiful day. The weather should be perfect for sunbathing. Wink. I'm sure it's going to be great. And that's not just because Kyoko will be wearing a swimsuit. Though, alright, I'll admit, that is a
Huge bonus.
huge bonus.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. I see what they did there, man.
Wink.
You see what they did there? Holy
I
shit.
see what they did. Yeah. She's got some bazongas. I wonder what kind of I wonder what kind of swimsuit she'll wear exactly.
Not again.
I can hardly wait. The beach can't come quickly enough. Oh, and there she is. And there she is. Oh, God. Alright. Mama, look! Look at all the houses! I can see the houses, dear. There are so many of them. Hundreds and hundreds. Tama leans against the train window, her palms pressed flat against the glass. She's staring at our surroundings, utterly enraptured like a traveler in a foreign land. That's amazing! It's incredible! They're just houses, Tama. Oh, do come away from the window. You'll hurt yourself. What?
Dude, the screen is wobbling.
Dude, they spent so much money on that.
Holy shit.
That visual effect, my goodness.
I'm fine. I wanna look. I wanna see.
You silly bean. Kyoko sighs and shakes her head. We're not even out of Tokyo yet. A quick question, actually. Is that loud enough on the stream, me doing Kyoko's voice? Because I'm worried that it might not pick it up very well. Oh, I'm also asking you.
I'm not listening to the stream because
Well!
I'm not listening to the stream and you as well.
Well, okay then. I'll just assume
I
it's
don't
fine.
need to
I'll just
hear
assume
this
it's
twice.
fine. I'll just assume it's fine.
Jeez.
Huh? Is this all of Tokyo?
That's right. We're still in the suburbs.
But we've been on this plane for hours.
It's only been 10 minutes.
10 minutes is a long, long time.
To an impatient little girl like you, maybe.
Ooh.
Can't you sit still, dear? You're going to bother the other passengers, and I don't want you hitting Mitsuki with your elbow. It's fine. Don't worry about me. I ruffled the top of Tama's head. I'm in such high spirits, I don't think anything could dampen my mood today. Apart from a sudden unexpected shower of rain, perhaps. Wink. It's nice to see Tama so excited. I'm happy too, but I wish you could be excited a little more quietly. I suppose I should have expected as much. It's been a while since I took Tama anywhere on a train. I just haven't had the time. Or the money. Still, to get this excited about the suburbs of Tokyo. I hope you don't think it looks too silly. I think it's charming. Like I said. Besides, I'm pretty excited about the Tokyo suburbs myself. You are? I know it sounds kind of sad, but this is a new experience to me too. While I don't think the view beyond the train window is as interesting as Tama evidently does, all these sights are fresh and new. The rows of houses continue to speed by, their roofs tipped with pointed television aerials. I can see power lines crisscrossing through the blue sky like the complex pattern of a colossal plastic spiderweb. I haven't been this far into Tokyo suburbs since I first arrived here on the train in April. I've taken the Keiku Kawasaki line to get to and from my cram school, but that's been the extent of my travels thus far. I used to live up in Aomori, remember? There aren't half as many houses around there. Tokyo really does have like a different country. It feels like one. Ah, yes, I should have known. I'm sorry. I've lived around Tokyo for so long. I've grown used to how crowded it is. I imagine Aomori is a lot quieter. It's less grey too. There are far more hills and fields. More fields, huh? Kyoko glances out the window, a pensive look on her face. That might be nice. I've only ever lived in cities, and they're always so grey. The countryside would be a nice change of pace. Yeah, it's nice, but it can be a pain. Back in my village, there was only, like, one convenience store, and it always took forever for any packages to arrive if you ordered them online. It's much easier to live in the city. It's easier to get around too. I mean, look at all these trains! It's no wonder there are so many people across Japan who devote themselves to trains. There's so many different kinds. It is sort of impressive. If I didn't have you to guide me, Kyoko, I'd probably get lost. I clap my hands together in front and offer Kyoko a reverent bow. Arigato, master, for showing me the way.
Think nothing of it. I'm happy to help. In fact, I should probably be thanking you.
What for?
For coming with me. I think this trip will be a lot more fun with you around, and Tom has been looking forward to it too. She really has grown quite fond of you, you know.
I look at Tama thoughtfully. Tama is still kneeling on her seat, her fingers pressed against the window, deaf to the noise around her. She's far too focused on the scenery speeding beyond the window. I'm glad Tama likes me, but part of me wants to ask, so what about you, Kyoko? What do you think? Wink. I suppose she must like me a little. Perhaps more than that. To invite me on a family outing like this, she even offered to pay for my train ticket, though I declined as politely as I could. I'm sure she likes me, but in what way? Am I a friend of the family? A playmate for Tama? A glorified babysitter? Or perhaps... I shake my head. I'd rather not worry right now, not when the beach is beckoning. Speaking of which... Hey, Kyoko, I was wondering...
Yes? What is it?
How long does it take for this train to get to the beach?
I think we should be there in about an hour or so.
A whole hour?
I know it's a long time, but this line is rather convenient. We don't need to change. Of course, this journey would be a lot quicker if we could drive there, but I don't have a car. It would cost far too much money.
Huh? You can drive? For some reason, I didn't expect that. I thought she had no skills at all.
Well, not legally, no.
Kyoko smiles sheepishly and presses the tips of her index fingers together.
I had a few lessons after my 18th birthday. I'd like to think I was good at it. I didn't get into accidents at least, but then, well, I never had a chance to take my test. You know what happened.
For people who don't know, she had a kid. I know. It was a little after her 18th birthday that Kyoko's parents learned about her pregnancy. She was cast out of her home before she could take any of her university entrance exams, and before she could pass her driving test, it seems.
I've always meant to apply for a driver's license, but things kept getting in the way. It costs too much money, just like everything else in this world.
Okay.
Well, it doesn't matter. Even if I did have a car, I wouldn't have the time to actually go anywhere. I'm always at work. Sometimes, I think it'd be nice if I could hire a car and drive off into the sunset with Tama. We could start a new life somewhere else. Anywhere else. But, well, a woman can't survive on her dreams alone. They won't fill your belly.
Is this a fat joke?
No, it's a joke about not being able to provide for your family because you're not going to be able to economically afford for them, and therefore not be able to put food on the table. Yeah.
The Japanese dream.
Yeah, food. That's a dream. Hell, that's my dream.
Anyway, Elle, I'm an adult now. I have to be a bit more practical.
It's true.
An adult, huh? All of a sudden, I'm struck with a vague feeling of melancholy. These feelings are so half-formed, however, I can't quite pin them down. I guess I'm an adult too. At least I'm supposed to be. I haven't gone to university yet, and I haven't had a single driving lesson.
No?
Nah. I guess it seems kind of pathetic, huh?
I don't think so. Being able to drive doesn't make one an adult.
Maybe not, but the freedom certainly does help.
I don't know much about freedom. Physical distance can't always keep people escaped from their circumstances.
I guess. I was so busy helping my dad with our family store, I told myself I didn't have the time to take lessons, but that... A pause. It was probably a lie. I guess I'm kind of scared of getting behind the wheel. Maybe it's because of my mum's accident. My dad asked if I was going to take lessons. He offered to pay for them too, but whenever I thought about it, I just felt kind of... scared. I sigh. I guess it sounds weird, like making excuses or something. And I know I am, but...
Mitsuki.
Kyoko looks at me with her gentle, compassionate eyes. Her pale pink lips are pursed, and her hands are folded together on her laps.
I don't think it sounds weird. Your mother was in a car accident. I think anybody would be anxious after that.
I know, but... It feels like I have to move on from that. Sooner or later, everyone has to face up to their fears. I guess I got too complacent. When I was a kid, my parents always drove me everywhere. I didn't need to worry about anything. I could just sit in the back of the car, and if anything went wrong, I knew it wouldn't be my fault. I couldn't be blamed for anything. The thought of taking on all that responsibility, especially after my mother's accident, just seems like... I frown. I don't know if I'm expressing myself properly, but... I don't want to be held accountable for hurting someone. For killing them. I don't think I could live with myself. I lean back in my seat, letting the vibrations of the train run through my spine, and stare up at the ceiling. Right now, it doesn't matter what I do. The train will make it to its destination eventually, on these fixed tracks that never change. My input is unneeded. Unnecessary. Maybe that's what sets adults and children apart. Adults have to take charge and own up to their mistakes, but kids can't sit back and let things happen. Now I'm starting to wonder if I'm an adult at all. I fall silent for a few moments, as does Kyoko. We sit there, lost in our thoughts. Lost in the source, perhaps, until...
Wow, some of these houses are so big. They're much, much bigger than our place. Why don't we live in a big house, Mama? Chichi has a big house with 2 floors and a garden. He even has his own bedroom. I want my own bedroom too.
Oh, Tama. That would cost far too much. I couldn't afford a big house on my wages.
Then why don't you work harder? Then we can move somewhere nice.
Ooh, girl,
Jesus.
you're stepping on a landmine and you don't even know it.
This lady's gonna get yeeted across the fucking train.
She's gonna get thrown right out the window.
I want to have my own bedroom like Kichi, so I can put up lots of posters of Angelic Heart. That's what I want more than anything.
Fuck, how do I do that? That sounds like I'm having an orgasm. In the way of all children, Tama has managed to say something incredibly tactless. And, of course, she doesn't realize it. She doesn't know. That's why Kyoko can't scold her. How can she tell her daughter that she is working? She's working as hard as she can, just to put food on the table. Tama wouldn't understand. She's much too young. That's why I decide to intervene. You mean you want your own room more than you want to go to the beach?
What? What did you say, Mitsuki?
You can only have one or the other. You can have a nice house with your own room, or you can go to the beach. You'd better pick one, missy.
But that isn't fair. Why should I have to choose? JJ has a big house.
And is Kichi going to the beach with us?
No, but
Then there you go. I know you were looking forward to this trip a lot. Your mama told me. She said she got you a cute swimsuit too. Tama in a cute swimsuit.
Oh yeah.
Gimme, gimme.
that's right. She went. It's really, really cute swimsuit. I wanted to show you.
But you can't wear that swimsuit if we don't go to the beach. It'll be wasted then.
Couldn't I wear it in the bathtub?
Of course not. Swimsuits are made for swimming. It's in the name. You can't swim in the bath. You'll get lost in the sauce. It flies in the face of etiquette.
I could swim in the bath if I had a really big bathtub.
It just isn't the same, Tama. No bathtub is bigger than the entire ocean. It's a shame, but if you want to turn around and go back home...
No! I don't want to turn around. I want to go to the beach. I want to swim in the sea, eat yakisoba, and show you my cute swimsuit. It's really, really cute, you know.
I'm not doubting that. You always look cute, Tama. You'd look cute even if you were wearing a garbage bag.
Ew, I'm not gonna wear something like that.
I figured. I laugh and poke the tip of Tama's nose with my finger. Tama goes cross-eyed as she tries to follow my finger, her eyes comically large. So, are we decided? Are we going to the beach?
I will want to go to the beach. I told everyone at school I was gonna go this weekend. They were all jealous of me. I need to swim a lot, get a tan, and eat yummy food. Then kids will be really jealous.
Are we sure this isn't just a valley girl? Like a Cali girl, you know? That's right. You show him. He might have a big house, but we're the ones who are gonna have fun, right?
Right, I'm gonna have fun. We're gonna have lots and lots of fun.
That's the spirit.
And, Mitsuki,
Tama blinks at me from beneath her eyelashes, suddenly shy, and lisps sweetly.
would you teach me how to swim? I've never done it before.
Of course I will. Of course I will. It'll be a pleasure, m'lady.
Tips Fedora, Tips Fedora, Tips Fedora.
Tips Fedora. Tips it so hard. I drop Tama a small bow, like a butler might, while tipping my fedora, of course. It's hard to bow quite as extravagantly as I would like, given I'm sitting down, but I think she gets the general gist because she giggles. Placated, Tama once more turns to look out the window. Now, however, she isn't regarding the family homes we pass with envious eyes. Instead, she's humming a nursery rhyme under her breath.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star.
I catch Kyoko's eye and mime. Mime? Oh, I thought that was meant to be mine. I catch Kyoko's eye and mime, wiping sweat off my forehead. Phew! Crisis averted, huh?
You handled it very well, I must say. I don't know what I'd do without you, Mitsuki. Wink.
Don't mention it. I mean, what are friends for?
Wink.
Yes. Yes. That's right. You really are a wonderful friend.
But maybe we could be more. Hey, achievement unlocked. Alright. Sun and surf. That might imply we're at the beach, as Tama is now saying.
Wait, we're at the beach.
We sure are. I hold one hand up to my eyes, shielding them from the sun, and gaze at the blue, blue ocean spread out before me like a picnic blanket. The water laps gently at the sandy shore, breaking into a creamy white foam. The sand is studded with pebbles and bits of broken shell, and the sunlight makes it all sparkle like a pirate's hidden treasure. Though in this case, I guess the treasure isn't that hidden after all. It really is a nice day. The sky is blue and the sun is high, though warm in the sky, but it isn't hot enough to be unpleasant. When I inhale, I can smell the salt in my nostrils. I was right. The beaches near Tokyo are much, much nicer than the ones back home. They're busier too. I can see figures in the distance paddling and splashing in the water, both adults and children alike. Oh. A group of girls in bikinis. They look like high school girls. Students are playing a fierce game of beach volleyball. Their arms and legs are tanned, their hair tied back in loose ponytails. A few young boys are sitting nearby, piling sand up in an impressive tower that would rival the leaning one in Italy. The smell of frying yakisoba from a nearby stool drifts in the air, and the sound of the sea mingles with the cawing of white seabirds overhead. All in all, it really is a beautiful day. So, Tama, what do you think of your first trip to the beach? Huh?
It's amazing.
You like it that much?
Yeah, the sand is so broken. The sea is so big. The sun is so bright. It's awesome.
I'm glad you like it, honey.
I love it. Can we stay here forever, Mama? Please, please, please.
Well, I don't know about forever, but we can certainly enjoy a fun day out.
No.
Tama pounces and kicks the sand with the tip of her sneaker.
Why not forever?
If
If you stay in the sun too long, your skin will start to peel off like old wallpaper.
Is that really true?
Deadly true. That's why so many people are lying under those parasols, see?
Then, if the sun makes me wrinkly, I'll just go into the ocean.
The ocean's even worse. If you stay in there for too long, you'll get so salty your skin will fall off and turn into seaweed. I think this is how you give kids PTSD, honestly.
No way. That doesn't happen. You're lying.
You don't believe me, huh? That's fine, but... Are you brave enough to try and find out? Tama bites her lower lip. Ooh. And glances away.
It's not true. You're lying. Humans don't turn into seaweed.
But she doesn't look entirely convinced.
Hey, Mama. I won't turn into seaweed if I go into the water, will I?
Don't worry, dear. People don't turn into seaweed. Misuki's just teasing you. Teehee.
Ha! I knew it.
Tama sticks her tongue at me. Bleh.
I'm a smart girl. I'll never be tricked by a smelly boy like you.
So we're back to the smelly insult again, are we? I thought we got over that hump months ago. Evidently not. Yeah, you figured me out. You're too smart for me, Detective Tama.
I am pretty smart, aren't I? I got some of the best grades in my class.
I'd expect nothing less from you. Milady.
Milady.
Tips Fedora. I bow to Tama, and she giggles, placated.
Wow, the sea looks so awesome. It's so big and sunny. I want to jump in right now.
I thought you said you couldn't swim.
I'll run. I'm not scared of the smelly old ocean.
Such confidence for such a young girl. You're not scared one bit.
It takes a lot to scare Tama. She's much, much braver than I was at her age. She might be braver than I am now, actually.
I'm impressed, but you really should be careful in the ocean, especially if you can't swim. It might not turn you into seaweed, but you could get swept out if you go in too far. Then you won't be able to make it back to the shore, and you won't be able to see your mama ever again.
Don't worry, stupid Mitsuki. I won't go in too far. I'm smart. Besides, it'll be fine. You're gonna go in with me and keep me safe, dummy.
I am...
That's right. It's your punishment for being a big, mean bully. Mama can chill on the beach and read a book, but you have to play with me. If you don't, I'll never talk to you again.
You drive a hard bargain. Man, not having to talk with you.
I'll take that offer.
Man, you've got me by the balls, girl. What do you think, Kyoko?
I'm perfectly fine with that. I trust you with Tama, Mitsuki. Wink.
So, does that mean Kyoko isn't going to go into the water herself? It's a shame. I was hoping to see her in a swimsuit, her hair damp and her skin sun-kissed. Oh well. Kyoko's been working hard lately. She deserves a bit of a break. Then, I guess I'll have to try and keep up with you. Milady, tips Fedora. Okay, this is getting ridiculous. So, are you gonna get changed into your swimsuit? I think I saw some restrooms just a little while way back on the... But my words die in my throat. Game over. Tama is already pulling her shirt over her head without any regard to the people relaxing around her. I guess it doesn't matter that much. She's only 6 years old. It's not like she has anything to show. But I don't want her getting into bad habits. Don't worry, girl. You'll grow. Don't worry.
Please don't.
Tama's too cute to become an exhibitionist. Milady! Tips Fedora!
Tips Fedora, how many times are they gonna do this?
Man, that Fedora's getting worn out. I hasten to Tama's side, spreading my arms in an attempt to cover her shame. You can't just strip off in public. Everybody will see you.
Where? What are you talking about, Mitsuki? I'm wearing my swimsuit beneath my shirt, you dummy.
True to her words, Tama is clad in a cute one-piece swimsuit. It's a pink polka dot piece, adorned with ruffles around the bottom. Hold on, can I just... Oh, that's pretty cute, actually.
It's perfect.
It's perfect.
Yes.
This game was worth the $17 I paid for it. Right. Of course you were wearing your swimsuit. That makes perfect sense. Oh, well. Hold on. Now this was worth the $17.
Yeah, man.
My god.
I thought it would be more practical. I did the same thing too.
Kyoko, you too?
Surprise.
I guess Kyoko must have stripped off her clothes when my back was turned, just like Tama. Damn. I missed it. Oh yeah, let me just get this nice scroll down, zoom in. Kyoko stands before me, sporting a rather charming bikini. The bikini is rather conservative as far as bikinis go. It's nothing like tiny micro bikinis, strings as thin as dental floss that I've seen in various photo books. It covers most of Kyoko's body, save for her stomach and her long, slender legs. I think the plain, almost understated simplicity of the swimsuit suits Kyoko perfectly. It's practical too. At least, it would be, if it wasn't white.
So, what do you think? Does it suit me?
Does it? It looks amazing. Maybe I'm coming on a bit strong there. Time to dial it back a notch. Don't drool in front of Tama, Mitsuki. Now, out of context. I mean, it looks very nice on you. The cut, particularly. Now that I know Not that I know anything about women's clothes.
Do you really think so?
Kyoko blushes like a schoolgirl might upon receiving a compliment from a beloved senior.
I haven't worn this old thing in, such a long time. I never had the chance.
Just how old is that bikini?
I've had it since I was in high school, so at least 6 years, I guess. I was a little worried it wouldn't fit me anymore, but when I tried it out at home, it looked fine enough.
She mustn't have grown much.
Mm-hmm.
It's not exposing too much, is it?
Like I'm gonna tell you that. No, it looks good, really.
Thank goodness. I guess my body hasn't changed all that much since I left high school, though. Although,
A small sigh.
my circumstances definitely have. I feel like a different woman on the inside, but the outside doesn't seem to reflect it. I wonder if I'd still fit into my old school uniform.
Her uniform. Now we're stepping into dangerous territory. She still stimulates my imagination. If she stimulates my imagination this much, my nose is gonna start bleeding. Abort! Abort! Putting that to one side for now. It really is a cute swimsuit, but aren't you worried about the color?
Huh? What about it?
I just meant, White is known for going, what? What's White known for going?
Transparent wouldn't wait.
Oh. I was thinking like pure maiden, like pure of heart. Angelic.
That's all I can think of. It goes what, like transparent.
Ah,
when
yeah,
it's in
yeah,
water.
yeah. It goes see-through. Yeah. Okay, that's probably transparent when it gets wet. That's why school swimsuits are always navy, you know. Well, that's not strictly true. I've seen a few white school relegation swimsuits myself, but they were never used in any real classes. Wink. Like the fabled micro bikinis, they're a fantasy that only exists in adult venues and gravure magazines. Kyoko, however, doesn't look all that embarrassed by my observation. In fact, she actually starts laughing.
Oh, yes, I suppose you're right. I've never really thought about that, but it doesn't matter. I don't intend to go into the water, so there's no problem.
You're really not gonna go swim? Not even a few strokes?
I think I'd rather relax. Besides, I'm not the strongest swimmer.
Have I unwittingly stumbled upon one of Kyoko's weaknesses?
You go and have fun with Tama, Mitsuki. She's just raring to get going, I can tell.
Right. I look at my clothes. Unlike Tama and Kyoko, I didn't think to wear my swimming trunks beneath my clothes. I can take my shirt off and go on to the beach. My shirt off the beach, no problem. Double standards are a wonderful thing, but I can hardly whip off my pants in public.
I mean, you could.
You could.
Yeah.
That's not. I smoke and then done. Yes, I am trying to slay the nice, supple juices of anime puss. I am being very successful so far, halfway through, and I've already seen this lovely MILF bare-boned once. My micro penis is not very hard at the moment. I might be a pervert, most people deep down, but I'm not an exhibitionist. That would be unpleasant for all parties involved. I should go to the restroom then.
That might be a good idea, but before that,
Kyoko glances at Tama.
I think we need to put some sunscreen on you, little missy.
Bleh, sunscreen.
Tama pounces and pulls a face.
Do I have to wear it? It's so gross and slippery.
Yes, you do have to. I don't want you getting sunburned.
I'll be fine. I'm 6 years old. I can look after myself.
that's what you think. But
Kyoko spreads a beach towel on the sand and kneels down. She places her bag onto the blanket and then starts to rummage around inside for her weapon of choice.
as your mother, it's my job to look after you. Now hold still.
She takes a bottle of sunscreen out the bag and approaches her daughter.
This doesn't have to hurt. You just need to stay still.
No way. I don't wanna.
Tama takes a step backwards.
You can't make me.
Unfortunately for you, my little Tama, I am your mother, and there's nothing I won't do for your safety.
But you can't. You just wanna make me suffer.
You think I want to hurt you, Tama? You, my dearest daughter? How cruel.
You say that, but you have a scary look on your face, Mama. I don't trust you.
You don't need to trust me. I'm doing this for your own good, dear. Now, be a good girl and come to Mama.
No way. You'll have to kill me first.
That can be arranged.
Yeah, man, I'll do it.
That's
Fuck.
it's not too hard. Just
Help me. Come on, let me get the load.
it's as simple as a flick of the wrist.
So be
Gonna
it.
pull punches.
So be it. If you want a war, little missy, a war we shall have.
I won't give in. I'm a magical girl. I won't let your evil sunscreen paint me. Just try and touch me.
That sound effect.
With pleasure. Mitsuki,
Yes, Commander. You flank Tama.
you flank Tama's left side. I'll take her right. Together, we should be able to pin her down.
Where is this going?
Hell yeah, dude.
Pin her down? Isn't that going a bit too far? Tama's only a kid. She can't pose that much of a threat.
Oh, no. That's far too naive.
What do you mean?
You'll understand if you ever have a child of your own, Mitsuki. They can kick up fusses about the silliest of things. It might not look it, but putting sunscreen on my delightful little treasure is definitely a two-person job. You'd better be careful, though. Tom is a crafty one. She'll do everything in her powers to resist us, but we can't afford to lose. We must fight until the bitter end, just like Toyotomi Hideyoshi.
Hope I didn't butcher that. You must be exaggerating.
Well, you just wait and see.
Yo, Kansas. Yo, Chung. And see, I do. After being kicked in the shins multiple times by a rabid Tama, I see only too clearly. Tama might be a little, but... sorry. Tama might be little, but deadly things can come in small packages.
Hell yeah, dude.
The temptation to make that joke.
Hell yeah, dude.
Hell yeah. Oh. Alone time. Probably.
I'm glad we managed to take care of that.
Same here. Tama sure put up a fight. I think my bruises have bruises.
I warned you. She's a force to be reckoned with.
It must be because she's your daughter.
Well, maybe. I'm not the best at standing up for myself, but I like to think I have a bit of fight in me. I just wish Tama would pick her battles a little better. I have her best wishes at heart.
That's what Kyoko says, but she seemed to enjoy pinning her daughter down and watching her squirm.
Hell yeah, dude. Okay, fuck it. Time to unzip.
Fuck you. Does she like being in control?
Really, though, that was quite the workout.
This is out of context, man.
I feel all flushed now.
Kyoko wipes a few beads of sweat from her forehead. I don't blame her. After my altercation with Tama, I feel pretty sweaty myself.
Man,
For such a little kid, she was quite the formidable foe. I'll never underestimate the destructive power of an elementary schoolers ever again. I know I've said this before, but she'd make a great pro wrestler. I'm not sure pro wrestlers are allowed to bite their opponents, though. My arm's still smarting. What? I'm not sure if that sentence makes sense.
Yeah, smarting hurting.
Is that actually a thing?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think I need to lie down. I'm already exhausted.
Ooh. Wait, she's taking off her bra. Oh, I guess bikini.
Where's the text?
I haven't clicked yet. I'm admiring the artwork, okay? They put lots of effort into this. I paid $17. I want to get my damn money worth, okay? Excuse me.
But I'm more interested in the story.
I know you might be interested in the story.
Yeah. I only read these for the story, dude. I don't care about the actual...
Yeah. I also... You make a fair point. Let's continue. Kyoko ties her hair into a high ponytail, then lies down on this red blanket. With her long hair pulled back, a rather large expanse of her smooth, peachy back can be seen.
Hey, Mitsuki.
Kyoko glances over her shoulder and blinks up at me. Is she waiting for something?
Would you mind helping me apply my sunscreen?
Sure thing. I can help you with that. My voice catches in my throat. Kyoko's request doesn't sound particularly hard, but now that I take a closer look at her, this might be a big problem after all. A very big problem indeed. If only Kyoko wasn't so pretty. Well, it's true I've seen Kyoko naked before. My lady. While it's true I've seen Kyoko naked before, that was purely by accident. Neither of us were expecting it, and I felt rather awkward about it afterwards. This, however, is totally different. It's not an accident. Kyoko's displaying more of her body than I've seen in a long, long time, and she's actually letting me see it. What's more, she even wants me to apply sunscreen on her back with my own unworthy hands? Is this some kind of hallucination? Have I gone insane? Maybe the sea air's got to me.
Mitsuki, is something wrong?
No, I'm fine.
Are you sure? You've been staring off into the distance for a while. You're not spacing out, are you?
Just a little.
You should be careful. It's pretty warm today. I wouldn't want you to get heat stroke.
It's fine. Don't worry about me. Are you sure?
Are you sure? Would you like me to put some sunscreen on your back first? I don't mind helping.
Nah, I'm good. I can take care of it myself.
Are you sure?
It's fine. Touching Kyoko is one thing, but I don't know if I could handle her fingers sweetly sticking from the sunscreen gliding across my naked back. Anyway, I'll lend you a hand. I don't mind.
Thank you, Mitsuki. I knew I could count on you.
Kyoko giggles, the gentle sound like wind chimes dancing through the air. It helps soothe my rapidly beating heart. Just a little. So, where should I start?
Oh, anywhere's fine. You don't need to worry about being neat. It's not like I'm going to grade you. I'm not acting as your teacher right now.
Right. I let my eyes wander across Kyoko's back for a few more moments and inhale deeply. You could do this, me. I believe in you. Mustering up my courage, I squirt some sunscreen onto my fingers. It's white and sticky, and looks kind of indecent. They're not even trying, bro. No, this is no good. I need to hold it together. I can't let myself lust after Kyoko while Tom is sitting only a few inches away. Alright. Here goes. With a trembling heart and trembling hands, I press my feet against a small... I press my I press my fingers against the small of Kyoko's back. Kyoko gasps softly, and I look at her with concern. Are you okay?
I'm fine. It's just a little cold.
Yeah. I'm sorry. This would be my cue to run one hand through my hair awkwardly, but as my fingers are still smeared in sunscreen, I don't want to risk it. Having white streaks in your hair isn't really a good look, although I guess it worked for Frankenstein's bride. Should I keep going?
Please do. Don't let me distract you. We should hurry anyway. It looks like Tom is sulking.
Poor kid. The youngest member of the Humura family is busy poking the sand with a stick. Her knees are tucked beneath her chin and her free hand is wrapped around her knees. I can't see her face, but I'm pretty sure she's pouting. I don't understand why she hates sunscreen so much.
She says she doesn't like the texture or the smell. She says it feels like being bathed in raw egg whites.
I thought Tama liked eggs. She has no problem eating them.
Oh, Tama only likes to do things on her own terms. She's such a little madam. She hates subjecting herself to other people's whims, even when it would benefit her.
She sounds like somebody else I know.
Am I really that bad?
You can be when English is involved.
I'm sorry. I really have been trying to go easier on you.
It's fine. You can be as cruel as you want. It should help people off steam at least. I don't want to vent after putting up with Ayako for so long. Christ, seeing her almost every day must be awful.
Oh, Ayako isn't so bad, really. Though I can't say I like her very much. I don't think she likes me much either. Or Tama. Maybe that's why her son teases Tama so much. I wouldn't be surprised if Ayako's been whispering things about me when my back is turned.
Kyoko sighs and shakes her head.
Oh well. I came to the beach so I could relax. I don't want to think about things like that now.
A small silence falls between us. I massage the sunscreen into Kyoko's skin slowly, almost reverently. Touching Kyoko was embarrassing at first, but I think I'm starting to get used to it. Kyoko might be beautiful, I tell myself, but she's still a human, just like me and Tama and the girls on the beach playing volleyball. Why should I feel awkward around Kyoko of all people? She's my friend. Bro. She's the first friend I've made in the city. I don't want to lose her. So, Kyoko... I notice a paperback cover sticking out of Kyoko's bag. The page is slightly rumpled and glance at her curiously. What book did you bring with you? Kyoko's cheeks turn pale pink. Dude, what if it's a dojin? It's just some yaoi.
You want to see it, do you? This might sound a bit strange, but it's about the Sengoku period.
So it's a non-fiction book.
It's about Oda Nobunaga's attempts to unify Japan.
That seems kind of heavy for a trip to the beach. Didn't you come in to relax?
I did, and I know it's weird, but I've always liked studying history. I think 16th century Japan is truly fascinating. So much happened in such a short space of time.
Well, I should have figured you like a complicated book like that, Commander. So, what's it like? Is it any good?
You know what?
Kyoko's brow creases.
I'm not sure. I started reading it a while ago, but I got so busy I forgot everything that happened. I'll have to go back to the beginning again, but I don't really mind. I like being able to flip back at the start of the book when I miss something.
If only you could do that in life, huh?
I don't know if that would be a good idea. It's too easy to dwell on sad memories instead of the happy ones. I'm glad I can put them all behind me.
And so we keep getting on, and so we keep on getting older.
I used to feel much, much older than I really am, but it's funny. Ever since I met you, Mitsuki, I can feel the years sliding off me. Kind of like the sunscreen that you poured onto me and looks indecent. It's like I can finally enjoy life again.
I squeezed the bowl of sunscreen a little too hard, caught completely off guard by Kyoko's unexpected compliment, and the thick white liquid splatters all over Kyoko's back.
Alright.
Hey, did you use a little too much?
I'm sorry. My fingers slipped. I couldn't help myself. How can I respond to a comment like that?
With you, I can enjoy my life again.
Isn't that the same as saying,
You make my life worth living.
does Kyoko care about me that much? I don't know what I've done to earn her esteem, and I'm not sure I'm worthy of such praise, but thank you. Being with you makes me happy too. It might be a bit of a lame response to be so sincere, such sincere, heartfelt words, but I think I got the point across well enough. A simple thank you is more than enough. Anything else would be too heavy. I don't want to disturb the sweet simplicity of this happy moment. Sometimes, silence really is all you need. Oh no, bring it back to the original scene. Why? After applying sunscreen on Kyoko's back and changing into my swimming trunks, I fully devote myself to keeping Tama entertained. Tama is a little grumpy at first. Her pride must be singing after me and Kyoko pinned her down, but as the day wears on, she begins to cheer up. I do anything and everything I can think of to make Tama happy. We splash about in the ocean, and I invent a little game that involves jumping over the approaching waves. I pretend to stumble and stagger, which makes Tama laugh. While I lie on the wet, compacted sand, the water ebbing and flowing around me, Tama sits down on my stomach and folds one leg over the other. Oh, this bitch.
I did it. I won.
That you did. I just can't compete with you. You're like a little mermaid.
I'm the best at everything. I'm really good at sports, you know.
You are?
That's right. I'm one of the brightest in my class. I even beat all the boys.
How impressive. I bow in deference to your skills. Tama giggles and pummels the top of my head with her hands. Fortunately, she doesn't need it hard enough to really hurt.
Well, funny, McBookie.
I am?
Yep, and that's why you make a good servant.
I'm a servant, am I?
That's right, and that's why you're gonna teach me how to swim right now. If you can do it, but it can't be that hard.
And teach her how to swim, I do. The pair of us splash about in the sea companionably. I hold Tama's hands, our fingers linked together, and let her get accustomed to kicking her legs. When Tama's fully mastered this arcane art, amazingly, it only takes her a few minutes, I let go of her hands and she starts paddling by herself. Tama kicks a little too enthusiastically in the beginning, her head goes under the water a couple times, but this isn't enough to dissuade her. No matter how much salty water she swallows, she refuses to give in. She doesn't whine, she doesn't cry, and, most importantly of all, she never loses faith in herself. Tama soon gets the hang of coordinating both her arms and legs. Her head no longer sinks beneath the water, and she manages to keep herself afloat while being rocked back and forth by the breaking waves. For such a young girl, she's a pretty fast learner.
Masuki, I can do it. I'm swimming. I'm really swimming.
You are. You're just like a pro. In a few more years, it'll be the Olympics for sure.
The Olympics. Is that the big sports show I saw on TV last year?
That's right. You're so talented, I wouldn't be surprised if you end up representing Japan in the future. With you on our team, we'll win a gold medal for sure.
Bruh, a gold medal. I want to win a gold medal.
Then you'll have to keep working hard. I'll cheer for you at your Olympic debut, Tama.
Way, you better be there to watch me, Miss Brookie. I'm gonna get much, much better, and then I'll show that stupid Chichi. I'm gonna be a star.
When Tama tries of the water... Wait, what? Oh, sorry. One sec. Ahem. When Tama tires of the water, the two of us return to the beach. We sit down on the golden, sparkling sand and build castles, collect shells, and dig holes. Tama is seized with the fancy that she'd like to dig a hole big enough to go right through the Earth's crust and out to the other side, and I decide to oblige her. I guess she hasn't learned about the Earth's fiery molten core in school yet, but I don't tell her about it. I don't want to crush her dreams. We dig and dig, using a couple of plastic spades I bought at a small seafront store. Tama's tongue pokes out of her mouth the whole time, her face a picture of concentration. The sun beats down more heavily than before. Tama's skin, still shiny from the salty seawater, begins to glisten. The constant digging is quite tiring, but Tama never once relents. She's a tenacious one, alright. She has more determination than most adults could ever dream of. Maybe I could learn a thing or two from her. Just maybe. Little kids really are impressive. Oh.
So, Tama, did you have fun?
Yeah, and it was super fun.
Tama smiles and wriggles her bare feet. Her toes twitch, dislodging granules of golden sand like fairy dust.
Did you like playing in the ocean?
Yup, I swam lots and lots and lots.
You learned how to swim already?
That's right, Mitsuki said I was a natural. He said I could even swim in the big sports show on TV.
Big sports show? You mean the Olympics?
Yup, I'm gonna be a star.
A star, is it? That's an impressive dream, but you're already a star to me, dear.
Kyoko smiles and presses a kiss on Tama's forehead.
I'm glad you enjoyed yourself all the same.
It was fun. The beach was really awesome. I want to go back again. Can we go back again? Please, please, please.
Silly thing, we haven't even left yet.
I know, but it's getting late.
Tama looks up to the sky and sighs.
Bleh.
Many hours have gone by since we first arrived at the beach, and the sun is starting to sink beneath the horizon. It's a little chillier than it was this morning, and the wind tussles my hair like an invisible hand. There are still a few families relaxing on the beach, soaking in what remains of the sunlight, but it's far quieter than it was before. We should get changed and head back to the train station soon, but...
I don't want to go home yet. I didn't do everything I wanted to do.
Oh, and what do you want to do, Tama?
Did you want to try smashing a watermelon? What's the thing about smashing a watermelon, by the way?
I have no idea. It's a thing.
Yeah, like I see it in anime a bunch. I think it's a much more like Japanese thing than like American.
Never heard of it.
Apparently you meant to just like, I guess it's like cracking open a coconut. Anyway.
That sounds really cool. I want to try it, but I asked Mama if we could buy a watermelon, and she said no.
What? But if you're going to the beach, you gotta have a watermelon. That's like a summer tradition.
I thought it would be more practical to eat a watermelon at home. I don't want to smash it on the beach then spend hours picking sand off it.
But the sand is the best bit. It adds seasoning.
I prefer to eat my watermelon with salt, personally.
I want to smash a watermelon. I want to build an even bigger sandcastle, and I want to keep breaking my hope. I worked super hard, but I didn't get to Paris yet. I gotta keep going.
Finished or not, it really is an impressive hole, Tama.
Really?
Yeah, it could be a national landmark. I bet people would come to this very beach for years to come look at that hole, Tama, and they'll all point of it and say how magnificent it is.
Boy, magnificent. You think I'm magnificent?
Yup, your hard work is amazing. In fact, I think you deserve some sort of reward.
A reward? Am I gonna get my own watermelon?
Well, not quite. Watermelon might be stretching my budget a little. I didn't bring that much money with me. Just wait a sec, alright? I'm gonna get you something really delicious. And this is where I ditch them. So, what do you think?
It's so good.
I thought you'd like it. You can't not have shaved ice when you go to the beach. I know it's getting kind of late and I don't want to spoil our appetites, but I proffered 2 cups of shaved ice to Kyoko with a flourish, one covered in green sauce, the other in blue. I didn't know what flavors of shaved ice Tama and Kyoko liked, so I bought all 3 flavors they had at the nearest store: green tea, strawberry, and blue Hawaii. Tama is already digging into the strawberry shaved ice, so that leaves 2 flavors. Here you go, Kyoko. You can pick whichever one you want.
That's very kind of you, Mitsuki, but you're the one who bought it. You should take the first pick. I'll have whatever it is you don't want.
But you're the one who invited me to the beach, Kyoko. This is my treat. Besides, ladies should go first, right? Smooth dude. Well.
Well, if you're going to be like that, I should at least pay for mine and Tama's share.
Don't worry so much. They cost, like, hardly anything.
Oh my. What a gentleman you are. Notices your fedora.
I do my best, my lady. Tips fedora. I grin sheepishly, and Kyoko laughs.
If you really don't mind, then I suppose I'll take the green tea.
I figured.
Oh, am I really that predictable?
Nah, I just like to think I know your taste by now. I mean, we are friends, right?
That's right.
Kyoko takes the cup of green tea shaved ice from me and a plastic spoon. She dips the tip of the spoon into the sticky green syrup that coats her half-melted tower of shaved ice and brings it to her lips. Kyoko closes her eyes as her mouth envelops the spoon, savoring the taste. She sits there quietly for a few moments, letting the ice melt on her tongue before removing the spoon from her mouth with a small plop. Do you like it?
It's very good. It's not too sweet, and it's nice and cool. It's the perfect snack for a day at the beach. I don't eat things like this very often, but...
Kyoko pops another spoonful of shaved ice in her mouth and swallows, her throat convulsing.
Things like this are nice in moderation. This flavor, it's very nostalgic. It's been a long time since I last had shaved ice.
Same here. I don't know if I ever tried the blue Hawaii flavor before. I look at the contents of my cardboard cup dubiously. True to its name, the blue Hawaii syrup sticking to my pile of shaved ice is bright blue. To be honest, it's kind of freaking me out. Oh, fuck. What's it made from, anyway? It kind of reminds me of those poisonous frogs you see in the Amazon rainforest. The ones that are all crazy colors to ward off predators. Is this even safe for human consumption? I wonder what this tastes like.
I think Blue Hawaii is named after a cocktail, but it's supposed to taste like soda.
Soda, huh? I guess it doesn't sound too bad. Maybe. Well, here goes nothing. I try a spoonful of the strangely named, strangely covered shaved ice. It's not terrible, I guess, but I think I prefer the more traditional flavors.
Oh dear.
Kyoko must have noticed my wrinkled nose because she giggles.
Doesn't it agree with you?
It's fine, but I'm not sure if it's the flavor for me.
If you don't like it, you can always share my shaved ice. Wink.
You don't mind?
Of course not. You're the one who bought it in the first place, silly. Here.
Oh. Hey, achievement. Why does it look like she gained a few pounds in this picture? Her face looks a little bit more chubby.
Kyoko scoops.
Kyoko scoops a bit of her shaved ice onto her plastic spoon and holds it out. Arm extended.
Here, take a bite.
Well,
Oh, are you feeling bashful, Mitsuki?
That's not it. I just, I swallow. My cheeks turn pink. Less than 5 seconds ago, that spoon was in Kyoko's mouth. Oh, it's an indirect kiss. An indirect French kiss at that, actually. Now, Kyoko is offering that very same spoon to me, as though it's the most natural thing in the world. Is that alright? Doesn't she mind? But... Sorry. But when she's inviting me to sample her shaved fruits... fuck me. But when she's inviting me to sample her shaved ice so sweetly... alright then, I'll take you up on that offer. Thanks for the food. I lean forward, my heart trembling inside my chest, and open my mouth. Carefully, Kyoko places the spoon inside my mouth. The cool plastic tip brushes my lips. My cheeks are burning. Trying not to think about Kyoko's mouth, but I don't pull away. I want to savor the flavor of the green tea shaved ice. I want to savor the phantom after image of Kyoko's lips against the spoon.
So,
Kyoko draws the spoon from my lips and looks at me curiously, her head tilted to one side.
do you like it?
I press my fingers against my lips delicately, like a girl in a TV drama might after receiving her first kiss. In a sense, I guess that was my first kiss. Indirectly, at least. It's not like I believe in indirect kisses or anything, but the sheer closeness between me and Kyoko is almost overwhelming. I mean, it's not like you'd let a random stranger share your spoon. Only close friends do that, right? Close friends.
Or maybe... Mitsuki, what is it? Don't you like it?
No, that isn't it. It's nice. Being with Kyoko really is a sweet experience. I don't want to let go of this moment. And I just did. Okay. We return home later that day. The sky is dark black and the stars are shining. I don't go straight to my own apartment. Instead, Kyoko invites me to hers. Together, we prepare a quick meal in Kyoko's kitchen. Her kitchen's pretty small, the surfaces and appliances are all crammed together, and we brush shoulders on more than one occasion. But I don't really mind. Who'd be upset about being so close to such a pretty woman? If anything, I should consider myself privileged. And I do. Dinner finished, the three of us eat at the table in Kyoko's living room. Just like a real family. Tama chatters excitedly about our trip throughout the meal. Her energy is seemingly boundless, and her eyes bright and alert. But when she swallowed the last bite of her white rice, she begins to yawn. I'm trying to imagine her voice doing a yawn. What's that like?
Perfect.
Perfect. I nailed it. Alright. Kyoko gets to her feet and claps her hands together.
You need a bath, little missy, and then it's off to bed with you.
Bruh, no way. I'm not sleepy.
How can you say that when you're yawning so much? Flies will get in you if you leave your mouth hanging open like that.
but I'm not sleepy.
Tama protests fiercely, but her words are undermined when, less than a second later, she unleashes another impressive yawn.
Bleh.
Goodness, I could fit a whole dorayaki inside your mouth, Tama.
Bruh, I like dorayaki. Do we have any?
It was just a figure of speech, silly. Now get into the bathroom.
But I'm already clean. I swam a bunch in the ocean.
And your skin will be salty. Sandy, too. Don't you want to wash it all off?
Don't wanna. I'm not even sleepy. I'm not. Bleh.
But Tama yawns once more, her mouth hanging so wide open I can see her molars.
I'm not.
Tama sniffs, blinking, her half-idled eyes beading with tears.
Wanna talk with my sleepy. I wanna talk much, much more.
I admire Tama's determination, but even the best of us are susceptible to slumber. Except maybe you will.
Yeah, I'm avoid from this.
Yes, you're a unique person. Tama played a lot today, and her stamina is definitely starting to flag. Tama slumps to one side, limp and lifeless. If Kyoko wasn't there to catch her, she'd probably crack her head against the tatami floor. Jesus Christ.
Oh dear. Careful, Tama.
Tama doesn't reply. Tama's head is resting against Kyoko's side, her fingers curled loosely on her lap. Her eyes are closed and her chest is rising and falling slowly. Has she fallen asleep already? Hey, Tama. I kneel before the youngest Himuro and wave one hand in front of her face. Tama snuffles and turns her head away, burying her nose into Kyoko's arm. But that's all. I don't think Tama's in any fit state to reply right now. See how the mighty have fallen. Out like a light, huh? And to think, only 2 seconds ago, she said she wasn't sleepy. The lying little slut.
What a ridiculous little girl. She's so stubborn.
Kyoko smiles and runs her fingers through her daughter's hair.
Well, I suppose it's a good thing she didn't collapse in the bathtub. But I'll have to wait until tomorrow to rinse her down now.
Just give me a sec, I need to check something. Okay.
She must have tired herself out from playing too much.
Sorry about that.
Oh no, don't apologize. I'm glad she had much fun. I probably should have spent more time with her myself. That's why we went to the beach after all.
Don't worry about Kyoko. There's always next time.
Next time, huh?
Kyoko looks at the snoozing Tama, a small smile on her face.
That's right. Tom is still a child. We have many more years to spend together, and a lot more time to make memories. Well, then, let's get this sleepyhead to bed, shall we?
Kyoko lifts Tama and begins to undress her. Whoa, okay. Tama doesn't stir at all, despite being jostled. She simply stands there, her eyes closed, like a sleepwalker. While Kyoko pulls Tama's shirt over her head and retrieves her pajamas, I grab Tama's futon from one of the closets. I lay the bedding down on the floor, fluffing the pillows and smoothing out the covers. By the time Tama is in her sleepwear, her futon is already prepared. Milady, tips Fedora, sleeping quarters have been seen to. I bow deeply, which makes Kyoko laugh.
Thank you very much, Sebastian. I appreciate it.
Kyoko takes Tama in her arms and carries her over to the futon. Then, very tenderly, she rests her daughter's weary body down on her bed. Tama shifts, her eyelashes fluttering and mumbling groggily.
What?
Kyoko soon allays her confusion, however, with a kiss against her forehead and a gentle
Good night.
placated, Tama lets her mother tuck her into bed. Within moments, young girl's eyelashes fall closed, and she falls once more into a deep sleep.
Phew.
Kyoko sighs and wipes her forehead with the back of her arm.
She can be such a handful sometimes, though she doesn't mean it, of course. Sorry for bothering you, Mitsuki.
Oh, no, it hasn't. It isn't a bother.
Are you sure? You have to act as Tama's chaperone all day. I hope you weren't bored.
Not in the slightest. She's a funny little thing. In fact, I've got to say, I'm pretty fond of her.
I'm grateful. I know she can be a bit difficult at times. That's what her teacher tells me, at least, and some of the other mothers too. Ayako generally keeps her distance, but she's quick to tell me whenever Tama's made a nuisance out of herself.
Jeez, what a busybody. What right does Ayako have to complain when her own son's such a menace? Tama might be a little rowdy, but she's never made anybody eat their own erases.
Well, I would hope not. I wonder if Kichi really said that to Miho.
I wouldn't be surprised. That kid's a louse. I'm not just saying that because I'm sore about him mocking my accent, damn it.
You might be right. Kichi can be such a terror. I've got him trying to look up my skirt before.
What?
And some of the other mothers too.
What the
What?
Yo, can I play as Kichi?
What?
Can my next game be about Kichi?
Damn.
What the fuck? This kid's 5. What the fuck? He's hitting puberty when he's 5, bro. Japan. The Japanese evolve quick.
Yeah, man. They're basically middle aged when they hit like 25 anyway.
That's true. Did you tell Ayako that?
I did, but I didn't think it was the best course of action. If Aiko didn't like me before, she certainly doesn't now.
Didn't she scold Kichi?
Of course not. She told me I should spend more time disciplining my own daughter, rather than telling tales of her darling son.
What a bitch.
I don't know what Ayako has against me. I might be a single parent, but I like to think I've raised Tama the best I can.
You have. You're a hard worker, and you're one of the best mothers I know. In fact, discounting my own mother, she's one of the only mothers I know. But I'm sure Kyoko's a better parent than that stuck-up Ayako bitch.
I'm not so sure about that myself, but thank you
What are you thanking me for?
for being so sweet and supportive, and keeping Tama company, and going along for my little whims and... Oh, I don't know. Once you've got me started, I don't know how to stop.
Bro. It's like Niagara Falls down there.
Yeah, turn it off.
There's a fucking flood. There's no turning off this switch. It's broken.
Thank you, Mitsuki. Thank you for everything. Wink.
Kyoko takes a step forward toward me, blinking shyly. Her cheeks are tinged with a very pale pink, like cherry blossoms, and her lips are pursed. She really is beautiful. She's so beautiful. She's standing so close to me. The atmosphere in Kyoko's small apartment feels almost electric. I swallow. Why is my throat so dry? Why is Kyoko standing so close to me? Why do I want to take her in my arms and...
I really have grown to like you, and you...
What? There's a long, pregnant pause. Kyoko's words hover in the air like Chinese lanterns. What the fuck's a pregnant pause? I know
You're about to find out.
I suppose I am. I look at her. She looks at me. And then... all of a sudden... oh.
appreciate it.
Kyoko takes a hasty step back, her eyes a touch too wide.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
I've been cucked by this damn game again! Fuck, I hope that didn't break.
I appreciate your company, Mitsuki. I appreciate it much, much more than you could ever know. That's why I wanted to thank you. Thank you. From the bottom of my heart.
So saying, Kyoko bows her head. The gesture is so painfully formal, perhaps you could call it stilted, that it makes me wince. Just a few seconds ago we were so close I could almost feel Kyoko's breath against my cheeks. Now, however, though it's only by a single step, the distance between us feels so great. Bro. What happened? What went wrong? Was it something I did? Something I said? Or maybe I was just letting my imagination get the better of me. Why would Kyoko kiss me, of all people? After all,
You really are a good friend.
no, he's been friend-zoned, bro. Getting to sleep that night is an impossible task. No matter how I toss and turn, I can't stifle the thoughts that run through my head. I still remember how close I was to Kyoko. Her lips were pursed, her eyelashes fluttering, her cheeks painted pale pink. Was she waiting for me to kiss her? Perhaps she expected me to take the lead, but I was too slow and shy and stupid, and the moment slipped between my fingers. Is that what she wanted, or am I reaching? I don't know. I've never been really very good at reading between the lines. Kissing somebody out of the blue, even if that somebody is a person I've grown so close to over the months like Kyoko, would seem incredibly presumptuous. I've never kissed a girl before. I don't know what it's supposed to feel like, though I have, of course, seen the movies. I've watched enough adult videos too. But they're not usually that preoccupied with kissing. It's the part that come after the kissing those videos linger on.
I
So,
didn't know that.
yeah, maybe you should skip the kissing too then, bro. So, what would happen if I did kiss Kyoko? Would she push me away, her face burning, and stutter that it was all just some misunderstanding?
I like you, Mitsuki, but not in that way.
Or else... I wince, pressing my fingers against my temple. For some reason, my heart won't stop pounding. She called me a friend. I'm sorry, I didn't actually see that. Time continues to pass, as it always does. July creeps to a close, bringing with it the weather that's warmer and hotter than ever before. My summer holidays have now begun in earnest. With little over a month's vacation from cram school, I could return to Aomori to see my parents. I haven't seen them in quite a while, and I do miss them. I want to know how my parents' store's been doing, and how my mother's health is, and whether my aunt's been looking after her. I want to go see them again, and part of me wishes I could, but I already promised Kyoko that I'd look after Tama. Tama's summer vacation has started too. She'll be out of elementary school for around 40 days or so, and that's 40 days Kyoko can't afford to take off work. In the past, Kyoko would have taken Tama to a daycare center, but that costs money.
I can't afford to not to work, but I can't always afford child care services either.
That's what Kyoko told me. I don't think she was trying to guilt me, Not intentionally anyway, and she asked multiple times if I really didn't mind watching after Tama.
If you don't mind, I would appreciate the help. Just let me know if it gets too much for you. This is your holiday too. If you want to go back to your parents, just say the word. I can always arrange something for a week or two.
I think Kyoko was trying to be considerate, but I doubt I'll take her up on that offer. While it's true I missed Aomori, I did stay there for 5 years longer than I intended. I've already spent a large chunk of time in that tiny village I once called home. Time I'll never be able to get back. Being the conscientious son that I am, I called my parents and informed them I won't be returning home after all. It's not like I made any concrete plans to go back, so I'm hardly breaking my word, but I feel a little guilty all the same. Oh, fuck, do I have to do a mum voice?
Yep.
I'm sorry, Mum. It's not like I don't want to go back home. In fact, I do want to, but I have a lot to worry about right now. I think I need to focus on my education. I'm the oldest in my cram school, but it still feels like I've fallen behind all my classmates. I'm afraid if I go back home, I just want to sit around all day and be being pampered. Not that I've been pampered for a good while by my parents. After my mom's accident, I was the one who had to look after her. She's a lot better than she used to be, but she still hasn't recovered complete mobility. I don't think she ever will. Fortunately, Mum seems healthy enough and she understands my worries. Okay, what kind of voice would this guy have for a mum? I've got it.
So you're still intent?
Oh, sorry. Hold on, one sec.
So you're still intent on getting into a good university?
Is that a bit?
Why is she suddenly Vietnamese?
Yes, Vietnamese.
No, that's not what I said.
That's what I said. That's right. I'm gonna give it my all. Isn't that what you and Dad have always told me?
Well, I vaguely remember saying that you were worried about taking part in the sack race at your sports festival.
Mum laughs. Fuck, what do Vietnamese mums sound like when they laugh?
Ha ha ha! I can practically hear her shake. Oh,
I can practically hear her shaking her head through the phone.
I must say though, Mitsuki, I'm impressed. You never used to take your studies seriously. I had to nag you to finish your homework all the time, and even then, you still got in trouble.
Well, I guess I'm getting older now. I thought it was high time I turned over a new leaf.
A new leaf, I wonder.
What?
Forgive me for being so suspicious, but staying behind to study is some kind of pretext.
It's a good thing I'm not drinking anything, because I would have spat it all out the front of my shirt. A pretext? For what?
Well, you told me you were having English lessons with a tutor, didn't you?
That's right. I'm going to have lessons with her all summer, actually.
And you told me she was rather young, pretty tutor who happens to live in your apartment complex.
Did I tell you she was pretty?
Not in so many words, but I am your mama, Mitsuki. I can infer at least that much. I don't think you'd very guffish about it, but
I've actually just given up. Fuck me.
I don't think you'd bother guffing about this tutor of yours if you was a teensy weird besotted with her.
I'm not besotted.
So. Don't let me and your father get in the way, dear. If you find a girl you like in Kawasaki, of course you'd want to stay and spend time with her.
Mom, please. This isn't about Kyoko. I really do want to study.
But you want to be with your pretty tutor even more.
I don't think she believes me at all. Hey, Mom, what do you think I am exactly?
I think you're a young man who's fallen head over heels for your young, attractive tutor.
I wince. I wish I could argue back, but I know I don't have a leg to stand on here. Not in the least because I'm sitting down. Yeah. My mum's right. Why are mothers always right? Especially the Vietnamese ones. You're not, upset that I'm staying in Kawasaki over the summer, are you?
It would be a lie if I said I wasn't a teeny bit disappointed, but you are a grown man. I don't want to tell you how to live your life. You've done more than enough for me already, dear. It's high time you stretch your wings. Just don't fly too close to the sun, alright? I don't want you getting burned, then no woman's gonna want you. That's crispy weird.
What does that... what does that mean?
You've never had a girlfriend before, have you?
Talk about hitting me where it hurts. What does that have to do with anything?
Nothing, dear. I'm glad you've met such a nice woman, and I'm sure she is nice, or you wouldn't have taken an interest in her. I just don't want you to get hurt.
Oh, please. It's not like I'm going to go out with Kyoko or anything. She already has a daughter. She's my tutor and that's it. I swear.
If you say so.
Sure, I want to stay in Kawasaki to help Kyoko, but that isn't all. I really do want to study. I'm sick and tired of lagging behind everyone else. I have to hurry or I'll end up so far behind I'll never catch up.
Well, that's understandable. I'm glad you're working, but don't push yourself too much. No matter what happens, dear, I'll always be rooting for you, and you're A+. You might not be the best at everything, but you're still the most wonderful son I could ever hope for. You're also an only child. I really am proud of you, dear.
Man. I hope my mom's alright. I should visit her at some point.
Dear, come visit me.
What's the word? Nagging Asian woman accent's a little bit rough.
Yeah, it's a little bit third wordly.
It's fine. This game is in English. I can be as Anyway. A couple of days after that heartfelt conversation with my mum, I have to play the role of a parent myself. Kyoko is busy with work, and that means I have to look after Tama. The two of us walk through the street hand in hand halfway through our shopping trip. The cupboards in the Homuri kitchen were rather unstocked, so I decided to buy a few ingredients for lunch. Of course, I had to bring Tama along with me. Fuck.
Masuki.
Yes, Tama, what is it?
We should eat something really, really yummy for lunch today.
Oh, yes. And what do you want?
Cake.
I can't give you cake for lunch. That isn't very healthy.
But it's what I want.
And we can't always have what we want in this world. Your mama told me to take good care of you when she's away. That means I need to cook you healthy meals that'll help you grow into a big, strong girl.
I won't get bigger if I eat cake.
Nope. You'll have to have a few veggies every now and then or you'll start to shrivel up like a prune.
I don't want that.
Then you can't eat cake. What
about carrot cake? That has veggies in it.
I didn't think about that. Sometimes I think Tama might be even smarter than I am. It sure does, but...
Then I want carrot cake. I want it. It's summer vacation, and I want to eat cake. Mama would have made me pancakes this morning, but you'll let me have some cake, right? Please, 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 please. I want to eat something sweet.
Alright. How about this? I'll make you something savory for lunch, maybe cold noodles since it's such a hot day, and then you can have a piece of cake afterwards. The fuck? Cold noodles? That sounds disgusting. Ew.
Wait, really? I can have cake?
If you're a good girl and you eat your noodles. Maybe I should make a salad too. Or some pickled cucumbers.
Yay, I get to eat cake. I get to eat cake. I love you, Miss Cookie.
Tama winds her arms around me and nuzzles her head against the side of my shirt. Aww. I sigh and shake my head, bemused. I see your love is rather easily bought. All it costs is a slice of cake, huh?
Yup.
You're not supposed to agree with me. But Tama's childish happiness is so pure and simple, I can't help but laugh.
Alright, can we stop by that cute bakery near the station when we finish supping? You can pick out whatever piece of cake you want there. Oh, fuck, I should... whatever.
Well, within reason. Don't choose something too expensive, okay?
It doesn't have to be carrot cake.
Nope. The world is your oyster. Dream big, little sparrow.
No, you're so nice, Mitsuki. I think you might be even nicer than Mama.
Hey now, don't say stuff like that. Kyoko would be upset if she heard you.
But you are nice. You're letting me have cake. You know, I don't even like carrot cakes all that much.
What? Then why'd you make such a big fuss about it then? I thought you might...
I thought you might let me have some carrot cake since it sounds healthy. But I like strawberry shortcake much, much more.
You little brat. I should have figured. So, what's your favorite part of the strawberry shortcake?
The strawberry on top, duh.
And do you save the strawberry for last?
No, I'd like to eat it first.
But don't you want to save the best bit until the end?
No way. I want to eat the best bit right away. In one big go. Chomp!
I can't help but laugh at Tama's enthusiasm. You know, good things taste even better when you have to wait for them.
But if I wait too long, Mama might steal the bit I like the most.
No way. Kyoko doesn't steal your strawberries, does she?
She has. It made me really sad.
I'm sure she didn't mean to upset you.
Well, no.
Tama agrees fuck me. Some of the words in this are the hardest to pronounce, and I know what they are as well. Tama agrees judiciously, linking her sweaty palm a little more tightly with mine. Ew.
Mama thought I left the strawberry till the end because I didn't like it, so she nabbed it with her fork without asking, and poof. She put it in her mouth just like that.
My, that does sound like an unfortunate turn of events. Well, don't worry, Tama. I won't steal your strawberry. I promise. Because I'm trying to steal your MILF. Smile.
Wait, I get to eat strawberry cake with Mitsuki. I get to eat cake.
But you have to eat your noodles first, alright? Yeah, your cold, slimy noodles that I'm giving you. The fuck? That's gonna taste so bad, bro.
Alright.
The two of us lapsed into comfortable silence as we walked through the shopping district. Since the school holidays have started, the streets are thick with people. I have to hold Tama's hand tightly, afraid she might get swept away in a deluge. Children are darting hither and thither, while their arranged parents call after them to come back. A few kids who look to be about 8 or 9 are playing a rather interesting and intense game of tag, while a few high school aged girls with dyed hair are hanging out around vending machines, eating ice creams. I spy several beluga... Beluga? Or is that beluged? I think that's beluga.
The fuck is that?
I mean, it's leagued and then so beleaguered. Housewives. Their arms encumbered with heavy plastic shopping bags, their children trailing along behind them. It's a very warm, sunny day, and my shirt is starting to stick to my back. I'm not sure why Tama wants cake so badly, of all things. Ice cream would be a far better pick. Oh well, Tama can have her cake, but I'll be looking forward to my cold noodles. Again, what the fuck?
I don't know. Maybe it's like a mistranslation or something.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm gonna eat cake. I'm gonna eat cake. I bet it'll be super yummy.
Tama swings her arms in large arcs as she walks, humming under her breath all the while. I almost envy her enthusiasm. I wish I could still get this hyped up about the small things in my life. Still, it's hard to be upset on such a pleasant day. If the street wasn't so crowded, it would almost be relaxing. Peaceful. Calm. I'm gonna guess this is Kichi.
Probably.
Sorry, Tama was, not Tama, Kichi was anime douchebag protagonist.
Hey, Tama, why are you with that funny man again?
And, of course, the moment I think that, my illusion of calm is shattered. Oh, douchebag approaching. He's still got that band-aid on from fucking a month ago.
Yeah.
Man, that must be some really bad acne. Running up to me, his sneakers thudding against the sidewalk, is none other than...
Cake.
You again. And where exactly is your mother?
Oh, she's somewhere. I don't really care.
How charming. I glance about the street, but try as though I might, I can't see any sign of Ayako. You didn't ditch her, did you?
So what if I did? I'm a strong man. I don't need her looking out for me.
You're a literal child, though.
I don't need you talking down to me, mister. I'm almost 20 years...
I'm almost 20 years older than you, of course I talk down to you. Plus, Kichi, being so little, is one of the few guys who's actually shorter than me. Feels bad. Being taller than a 6-year-old isn't a great triumph, I know, but I have to take my victories where I can. Kichi, however, doesn't look impressed. Instead, he rolls his eyes.
Yeah, whatever. So, what are you doing in town?
Why is this little brat cross-examining me? His mother really should teach him some manners. I don't think that's any of your business, kid. Now let's go and find your mother and...
We're gonna get cake.
Cake, huh? If you're gonna get cake, why didn't you get it with your mother? Why'd you bring this weird guy with you?
Again, with the weird guy thing. I was gonna let this slide the first time, but now he's seriously starting to try my patience. What exactly is so weird about me?
Your voice. You have a weird voice.
There's nothing wrong with my voice.
There is. You just said nothing, like a farmer.
Are you a farmer, mister? Of course I ain't a farmer. Do you see any farms around here?
Well, I don't know. I'm not a hick
Who grew up in the countryside. Ooh. Ooh. A hick?
Yep, that's what you are. It's what Mom said too.
Oh. Did she? I grind my teeth together. Listen here. I might have grown up in the countryside, but that doesn't mean I'm inferior to you. As your elder, I'd like you if you could treat me with a bit more...
Whatever.
Don't you whatever me. And don't cut me off either. You try it again and I'll cut you.
What?
This game's gonna take a dark turn.
Yeah, man. It's finally getting it.
Say, Tama, you seem to spend a lot of time with this weirdo. Why is that? Is he, like, your new daddy or something?
Oh, bro, I wish. Daddy. The audaciousness of this comment makes me forget my ill will towards this annoying child completely. What does he mean, Tama's daddy? To become Tama's father, I'd have to get married to Kyoko first. Huh. How can I marry her if I haven't held her hand, much less kissed her? That would be taking things way too far. Don't be silly, Kishi. That would never happen. I'm not... Oh, okay.
Yup, that's right. I love Mitsuki a lot. He's really, really nice. We spent a lot of time together. Me and him and my mom. We went to the beach last month, and now he's gonna buy me cake. He's the best daddy in the whole wide world.
Bro, I've already slid in there without me realizing. Hey, Tama. You know I'm not your real dad, don't you?
I don't care if you're not my real daddy. You spend so much time with me, you're just like a daddy. That's good enough for me.
Wow. Kichi whistles. Wait. Sorry. I can't whistle very well. Hold on. That's the best I can do. I always thought it was weird you didn't have a dad, but I guess you do have this guy, huh? What do you mean, this guy? I do have a name, you know. Heh. Kichi smirks, no doubt amused at my slipping accent. Again! Ah! Well, as far as dads go, he's not nearly as good as mine. He's kinda uncool, and he talks all wrong. But I guess he does suit you, Tama. You're pretty strange, too. He's a perfect fit for your freakish family.
That's right. Mitsuki is perfect.
No, I think he was insulting me. But, though Kichi's laughing at us, he doesn't sound near as openly malicious as he did before. Aw, he's growing a heart. I wonder why that is. Is it because of me? I guess, coming from a single-parent family, Tama must be quite abnormal among her peers. That's probably why kids like Kichi pick on her. If she has me around, maybe her classmates will start accepting her. Then, Tama won't be singled out. She won't look strange. She won't look weird. She'll be just like everybody else. I guess, in the end, it doesn't matter what Kichi thinks of me. If acting as Tama's father is to her benefit, I might as well do it. What do I have to lose anyway? It's as I'm pondering this silently. No, sorry. It's as I'm pondering this, silently enduring Kichi's irritating laughter, that I hear a familiar female voice. Alright, I'm presuming this is the mother. She was the, rich. Kichi! Oh, Kichi, is that you? I was looking everywhere. Oh, crap. Ayako storms towards us, cutting through the crowd. She's wearing a rather impressive pair of high heels. Her face is carefully made up. She isn't alone either. By Ayako's side is yet another woman I recognize from Tama's elementary school. She's the polar opposite of Ayako. Short where Ayako is tall, plain where Ayako is pouty, but she's a fellow mother, just like her. It's Ichigo. Oh, fuck the Kiwi. Oh, Kichi, I was so worried. Ayako descends on her son, pulling him into a bone-crushing hug. Kichi, my darling son! Mom! Kichi squirms in her arms like a netted fish. He flails, trying to escape, but his mother proves to be too powerful for him. Mom, please, let go! How could I let you go? I was afraid I'd never see you again. Fuck me, I gotta do it.
Huh, it's nice this story had such a happy ending.
That was not a Kiwi accent.
It really wasn't.
Hold on.
I went down to their dairy. Huh, it's nice this story had a happy ending. And it's very nice to see you again, Mitsuki, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's... Right.
Oh, and Tama's here too. How lovely. Hello, Tama. How are you doing?
I'm good. Mitsuki's gonna take me out for cake.
Oh, fuck. What was her? Alright, she had the,
Cake. Are you really getting cake, Tama?
Dude, these...
Yep, Mitsuki's taking me. Is that the man who was with you before? Yeah, I've been rapping lots of time with Mitsuki. He's like a daddy to me. A daddy, huh?
I'll be starting this performance up again. It's not like I mind being called Tama's daddy in front of Ichigo is mildly embarrassing.
I didn't think you had a daddy, Tama. I didn't think I did either, but then I met Mitsuki. He's really, really nice. He takes me to the playground, and he lets me watch Pretty Magical Pumpkin, and now we're gonna get strawberry shortcake.
Haha, it seems like you have Tama's seal of approval.
It's just because I spoil her.
I like strawberry shortcake too. Hey, Mom, can we get some cake too, please?
This girl's got a problem with her voice, bro.
Alright, dear, but only if you promise to help me carry some of the shopping back. How does that sound?
Alright, I'll do my best.
And that's all I can ask for.
Ichigo smiles indulgently at her daughter. I smile at Miho too, but the young girl tenses and slips behind the safety of her mother's back once more. I guess she's too shy to look at me, let alone talk to me. A greeting is probably out of the question. Oh well, I think I like quiet, demure kids like Miho more than loud, obnoxious ones like Kichi, the friendly giant. Speaking of Kichi, what were you doing with Ayako, Ichigo? I didn't know you were friends.
We get along alright, I suppose, but I wouldn't call us friends. Acquaintances, maybe. I don't really want to go on anybody's bad side. We met quite by chance. I was on my way to the store with Miho when I saw Ayako. She was in quite a state. I've never seen her look so worried before. She said she'd gone to buy Kichi some new shoes, only he kept fidgeting and refused to sit still. And when Ayako went to ask somebody if they had a pair of sneakers in another size, he ran away.
I see. That explains why Kichi was on his own. I was wondering where Ayako was. As much as I dislike her, she doesn't seem like the kind of mother who'd let her only child wander free. Did Ayako ask you to help her look for him?
That's right. Ayako was so worried, I just couldn't turn her down. There were really... Fuck me, bro. There really are a lot of people around, and she was afraid Kichi was going to get abducted.
Abducted? Yeah, right. Who'd want to abduct a brat like Kichi? The ransom money wouldn't be worth it.
You scoff now, but you can't blame Ayako for worrying. I'd worry too if Miho dashed off without me. I had to help her, but I think anybody would have done the same. I'm just glad Kichi ran into you and Tama instead of any criminals. You did us both a huge favor.
It really wasn't intentional, but I'm glad everything worked out, I guess. I look back at Kichi and Ayako. Apparently they're doing a jiggle dance. Ayako still has her arms wrapped around her son, while he screams bloody murder and tries to throw her off.
Mom, cut it out! I can't breathe!
Don't tell me to cut it out, Kichi. I was so worried. I thought you'd been kidnapped.
Don't be stupid. I haven't been kidnapped. I'm fine.
But you might not have been.
Well, I am, but I won't be if you keep hugging me so hard. Get off. This is embarrassing.
Is Kichi alright?
I'm sure he'll be fine, dear.
His face is going red. He kinda looks like a strawberry. I hope he doesn't die.
Well, there's always a possibility. Fair enough.
There is?
Of embarrassment, no doubt. I'd be embarrassed too if I had a mother as dramatic as Ayako. I don't like Kichi. I can't even pretend to like him. But I think I can understand why he ran away. Part of me pities the kid. But... another bigger part of me can't help but revel in his misery. His frenzied cries really are delicious. Our groceries bought and bundled up in plastic bags, Tama and I exit the supermarket with a faint whirring of the automatic doors. Tama is holding the lightest bag against her chest, clutching it with both hands, while I'm encumbered with 3 others. The bottles of soy sauce, mirin, and sesame oil click together with each and every step. My arms are weighed down with my burden, and the plastic strips are already starting to cut into my palms. That's actually the worst feeling. Like when you have to carry heavy shopping.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, and then like blood gets drawn because it's so heavy.
I don't know about that.
I don't know. I usually see blood when I carry things. Anyway, the warm sunshine isn't making this any easier. If I had a third arm, I'd pause to wipe away the sweat that's beginning to bead on my brow, but I don't. It'd be a little horrifying if I did, actually, and it would be embarrassing to stop now. We've barely walked 3 paces.
Hurry up, Mitsuki. I wanna eat my cake.
I'm doing the best I can. Tama.
No, you're not. You're being so slow.
I can't help being slow. I'm old.
That's just an excuse. Stupid Mitsuki. You have longer legs than me. You should be way faster.
I'm sorry. I seem to be out of practice. Oh, crap. I can feel a pain in my chest. I'm actually starting to wheeze. Maybe I bought a few too many condiments. I don't think we really need more soy sauce, but it never hurts to be prepared. At least, it shouldn't usually.
How can you be so out of practice walking?
I got used to taking the train. I'm a lazy city dweller now.
Did you walk a lot at your own home?
In Ayamori, yeah. It was the only way to really get around.
You didn't have trains?
We had a train station. It was pretty old and beat up. I guess trains came in maybe once or twice every couple days.
No way.
Yes, not everywhere's built up like Tokyo is.
Wow. It doesn't even sound like Japan.
I know, right? The gap between the countryside and the city is pretty huge. I shift the third most awkward bag from my right hand to my left. My shoulders are starting to ache. I've let myself go. The trains around here are way too inconvenient.
Lazy. You're lazy. You need to work harder. Stupid McBookie.
Oh, are you trying to give me a pep talk, Tama?
Yeah, I'm gonna whip you into shape.
Fuck, I actually need a voice. Fuck, what voice can I do? What about... Elle, help me here.
Well, we don't know what the character is, so...
I don't, but I need to Say something. Okay, I'll just do text to speech for now. For now. Or how cute. Thomas Loud's loud declaration. Seriously, this girl doesn't have any volume setting other than loud. Seems to have caught the attention of a few people. One girl in particular with pink hair, that can't be a natural color, is grinning at us. The pink-haired girl is standing behind a collapsible table that's just been set up in the street. And there's a wooden lottery machine on the table. I wonder what she's doing here. Oh, okay, it's a girl. And they're cheerful. Hey, little girl. That's not a good voice. Hey, little girl. Are you out shopping trip with your big bro?
No, Mitsuki isn't my brother. He's my papa.
Your papa, huh?
The girl looks me up and down, a sly grin on her face.
Forgive me for being rude, but you don't look too young to be anybody's papa. You don't have any wrinkles at all. Could you be older than you look? Maybe I've been deceived by your smooth, clear skin.
I'm not sure if I could take that as a compliment or not.
It's a compliment for sure. You look good for your age. I'm impressed. Not many men take care of themselves, you know. I mean, look at my dad. He's never moisturized once in his life, and boy does it show. Care to tell me your secret? What's the mystery behind your eternal youth?
Sorry to disappoint you, but I'm only 23.
23, huh? Then you're about the same age as me. What a bummer. So, this cute kid...
The girl glances back at Tama.
I'm sorry if I'm prying. People always tell me I have a huge mouth. But is she really yours?
I'm a family friend.
A family friend, huh? I see. I guess it makes sense. She must be real attached to you, mister.
She's only in a good mood because I said I'd buy her cake.
Cake, is it? Well, I'm in a good mood too. The bakery near the station's real nice.
That's where we're going, actually.
Is that right? How lovely. I don't want to keep you waiting then.
But... Of course. With girls like this, there's always a but.
I was wondering, do you two want to give the lottery a spin? All you've got to do is buy something from their convenience store and be eligible for a single spin. And it looks like you two have done that already. Did you get a ticket for your purchase? If you did, you can exchange it for a single spin in our exclusive summertime only raffle.
I pretty much just made her go Mach 10 and fucking talking. Huh? Oh, yeah, I was wondering what this thing was. Are you talking about this ticket?
That's it, exactly. Now, do you want to spin the wheel? You and your cute little kid could be walking home with this raffle with the grand prize, an all-exclusive family trip to a hot spring in Hakone. Ooh. What do you say? Do you like those odds? Why don't you give it a shot? You don't have anything to lose.
This girl is pretty smooth speaker, despite her thick accent. Yeah, her quick accent as well. Kichi might tease me about the occasional lapse in my dialect, but I have nothing, I mean nothing, on this girl. She was obviously born and raised in the countryside, and sure it does it show. Still, I understand why she was placed in charge of the raffle. She's not all that shy, and she's good at drumming up attention. I feel briefless just listening to her spiel. It's not like I can refuse either. It's impossible to get a word in edgeways.
Whoa, a raffle. Hey, Mitsuki, can we spin the raffle? Please, please, please.
You want to do it that badly?
That's right. I've never been to a hot spring before. I wanna go. I wanna go.
Wasn't our trip to the beach enough for you?
The beach was fun, but a hot spring would be fun too. I wanna do both.
Well said. There's no reason we can't have our cake and eat it. Life's too short for regrets.
That's right. I want my cake. I wanna eat a big piece with a strawberry on top.
You know, that was just a figure of speech. I sigh and shake my head. Well, if it's free, I guess it can't hurt. Just don't be expecting too much, alright, Tama? We'll probably win a pack of tissues, if we win anything at all.
Hey now, don't be so gloomy. There's always a chance, you know.
A 1 in 100 chance. No, 500 chance. Maybe.
Coo. Oh,
That was a laugh. That was a good laugh. You know what they say, you've got to risk big to win big, though in this case you're not really risking anything, everybody wins. No, raffles like this are specifically designed so only one person wins. But, like the girl said, it really isn't costing us anything, I might as well use up my ticket. Alright, here you go. I hand the ticket to the girl, who accepts it with a small bow and a much obliged. I roll up my sleeves, already prepared for my eventual loss. But... Hey Tama. A sudden idea strikes me. Do you want to roll the lotto box for me?
I can?
Of course, it was your idea after all. Tama would probably enjoy rolling the box more than me, and when she inevitably fails to get anything good, she wouldn't be able to blame me for it. This guy's smart.
Yeah.
It's a foolproof plan.
I bet you're too scared to roll yourself.
Crap, did she already see through me? Huh? I'm not scared, I'm just...
It's alright, dummy Mitsuki. I'll take care of this. I'm gonna roll, and I'm gonna get us the grand prize. Just you wait and see.
That's the spirit. You can do it. Oh shit. Tama eyes the hexagon... Sorry. Tama eyes the hexagonal lotto box like a hawk surveying its prey. She sets her single shopping bag on the ground and steps forward purposely, her eyes narrowed. Her fingers curl around the wooden handle of the lotto box. She's gripping it so tightly her knuckles are turning white. Oh, fuck me, bro. She's a pretty summon kid, ain't she? Yeah, she gets it from her mother. If you don't win, I'll be sure to throw in a little something extra. I don't want her feeling too disappointed. Thanks. I think Tama would like that. Slowly, very slowly, Tama begins to turn the handle of the lotto box. Can she really do it? Is it possible? Can she... Ah. Oh! Oh!
Ah!
A single ball falls out the opening of the machine and lands on the metal tray below with a metallic clink. What color ball is it? It's time to confront reality. And it's... I lift my head and... No way. I didn't think it was possible. But that ball... what do we think this ball's gonna be?
It's gonna be blue. Just like Mitsuki.
I don't get it.
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Go, continue.
Okay. It is, without a shadow of a doubt... Oh! Achievement!
Achievement unlocked.
Pog!
Also, like, we can't actually see achievements on the screen for some
Oh,
reason.
well, I would have liked to
Always
know...
sees your cursor moving around.
I would have liked to know that, a couple streams ago.
I only just noticed it.
Whatever. Gold! It's gold! You've won the grand prize! Sweet. No, I liked her voice. Bring her back. I actually like talking fast.
Mama.
Tama leaps at Kyoko the moment she comes home, wrapping her arms tightly around her mother's middle before Kyoko's had a chance to remove her shoes.
Mama, guess what? We're going to the hot springs.
Hot springs? What are you talking about, Tama?
I won! I spent the lottery outside the supermarket, and I won!
What's this about a lottery?
Tama's in such high spirits, it's hard to weasel any concrete information out of her. So, I decide to step in. I summarize my adventures with Tama while Kyoko takes off her shoes and lines them up at the front door. To be honest, I still feel a little shocked. I never thought it'd really happen. I was worried we'd end up with a packet of tissues and Tama would start crying.
Oh, yes. She can kick up quite a fuss when she doesn't get what she wants. She's such a little madam.
Kyoko ruffles Tama's hair affectionately.
But she won, did she? The grand prize?
That's right, the girl manning the store got pretty into it. She even cheered.
That's right. The girl was clapping like I was a brave hero.
Yeah, nice job on winning the prize. Yeah. Sorry, that was really cringe.
I felt like a magical girl. You bring up a bad guy. Bam! Pow!
Ow. Tama punches the air a few times to drive her point home. She's standing dangerously close to one of the bookshelves, and unexpected paternal urges suddenly flare up inside me. Hey, be careful, Tama. I don't want you to hurt your...
Bam! Pow! Bam! Pow! Ah!
self. Oh, she's dead. In her excitement, Tama punches a little too vigorously, and her balled fist collides with the side of the bookcase. A few books fall to the ground and with a dull clatter. They land on the floor, spine up. The pages split open like giant paper butterflies.
Ow!
Tama recoils from pain, her knuckles bruised and her eyes beating with tears.
Oh, Tama, that's why you should be more careful.
Kyoko crosses the room and kneels down before her daughter, taking her grazed knuckles in her hand. She hasn't hurt herself too badly, has she?
She isn't bleeding, thank goodness, but I think she might end up with a few bruises. You silly girl, why didn't you listen to Mitsuki?
I couldn't help it. I was just excited. I want to go to the hot springs.
Well, it's very impressive you managed to win the grand prize. I've never done that before.
Really?
Really? I don't think I'm the luckiest of people.
Me neither. I always draw garbage in raffles. And in phone games too. There's a reason I quit playing all those addictive but expensive supposedly FTP games before I moved to the city. I cower before your luck, Lady Tama. It is, indeed, a force to be reckoned with. I hope this will take Tama's minds off the bruised knuckles. And, luckily, it seems to be doing the trick. Tama sniffs, inhaling a string of snot that was slowly beginning to drip from her left nostril. Then grins proudly.
I guess I am pretty lucky.
That's right, the gods must be on your side.
That's because I'm cute. The absolute...
The absolute cutest.
You'd look even cuter if your knuckles weren't turning purple, but I suppose it's too late for that now. Does it still hurt, dear?
A little.
I'll kiss you better then, shall I? Owie, owie, go away.
Kyoko presses a kiss against Tama's ravaged knuckles and recites a childish little rhyme beneath her breath.
Is it better now?
I think so.
Good. Then my magic spell worked.
Kyoko gives Tama's knuckles a little rub before turning to the books.
Now, let's get this cleaned up.
Kyoko and I pick up the books scattered along the floor and slot them back into their proper places. At one point, our fingertips brush, and I shiver, my heart pounding. Okay.
Oh, are you alright, Mitsuki?
I'm fine. I'm most obviously not fine. My heart's pounding like it's gonna burst. But Kyoko, thankfully, doesn't press the issue. We finish tidying the floor, then Kyoko takes a step back, admiring the fruits of our combined labor.
There. I think that looks a lot better. Do you have the tickets that Tama won, Mitsuki?
Ah, that's right. Here you go.
I hand
The tickets over to Kyoko, who examines them with interest.
It does say these tickets are valid for the rest of this month.
Does that mean we can go to the hot springs? I want to go.
I don't see why not. We did receive these tickets for free after all. It'd be a waste if we didn't make the most of this opportunity. Do you want to go next weekend, Tama? I'm not at work then.
Well, I get to go to the hot springs with Mama. I want to go.
Then, that's what we'll do. It's your treat since you're the one who pulled the winning prize. I don't think we ever been to the hot springs before, have we?
Nope, we've never been. That's why I wanna go. Mitsuki told me how to swim. I wanna swim lots more.
Hey, Tama, you can't swim in the hot spring.
I can't.
No, it's bad manners. Fuck. It's bad manners. You'd bother all the old women trying to relax. Wait. Am I gonna see other MILFs? I'm keen.
You're meant to sit.
You're meant to sit there and ruminate, not splash around. It's not a water park.
Move. Sitting still sounds so boring.
Don't be so quick to judge. The water in those hot springs is really clear. It's good for your skin, and ryokans have more than just hot springs.
Wait, move.
Uh-huh. I went to one with my family back when I was a kid, and they had a fancy restaurant, and a karaoke room, and a ping pong table. There's a whole bunch to do, and you get to dress up in a yukata. Yukata.
Are you cuter? Like at the fireworks festival?
That's exactly right. The yukata they supply in ryokans tend to be a lot plainer than the fancy ones you can rent to go to in festivals.
Wow.
Tama gasps happily and claps her hands together.
That sounds like fun.
You see, I'm sure you and Kyoko will have a really good time. You deserve a bit of rest and relaxation.
Huh? What do you mean, me and Mama? Aren't you coming too, Mitsuki?
Oh shit. I don't know if that would be such a good idea. I mean, you're the one who won the grand prize.
But I want to go with you. I like you, Mitsuki. You came with us to the beach. So you should go with us to the hot springs. It wouldn't be fun without you.
You really mean that?
That's right. I want to go. All three of us. Me and Mama and Mitsuki.
Kyoko smiles, her eyes soft and gentle.
You're welcome to come along if you want, Mitsuki. I do have free tickets.
Wow, what a coincidence.
And you do deserve a reward for always looking after my Tama.
Well, that's very nice of you, but... Well... Going to the beach with Kyoko was already taxing enough on my mental health, especially given her bikini. But a Roken? That's even worse. It's not like I'd be able to go into the women's hot springs, and neither would I want to, but... Those tickets are for a family room, right?
That's right. What of it?
That means we'd all have to share one room. I gulp. Is that really alright?
It's fine.
Despite my misgivings, of which there are many, Kyoko's answers without a shred of hesitation. Oh, bro. Doesn't she know how awkward this arrangement could become? We'll have to sleep in the same room, and I might even see her getting changed. But Kyoko doesn't seem to mind at all. Is that because she's comfortable around me, or...
These tickets are for one room, like you said, but I don't have anybody else who'd be willing to come with me. It might be a bit lonely if me and Tama went on our own, and I've grown so used to having you around it'd feel a bit strange leaving you behind.
I'm sorry if I've been imposing.
You're not imposing at all. I'm inviting you because I want you to come. Wink.
Really?
Yes. Yes, really. Tama isn't the only person who likes you, you know. Ooh. You decided to stay in Kawasaki during the summer for my sake, so I don't want to leave you here on your lonesome, even if it's for a single night. I would very much appreciate if you came with us, Misuki. You don't have to if you don't want to, of course, but if you didn't come, I think I'd miss you. I've grown rather too fond of you for my own good.
She's so thirsty, man. Going to the hot springs with Kyoko. What will it be like? Gee, I don't know. Actually, give me a sec. I need to check something. I'm slightly tempted to stop here, just because I feel like if I do another stream, I'd probably get through the entire game within about 3 hours. Elle, are you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Do you reckon I
What?
should stop, or should I just keep going? Because I could
Yeah.
I could marathon this.
You can stop if you want. I mean, you did say that you were tired before you started.
Yeah, I know, but I've got enough of my headache.
How far through the game do you think you are?
Well, I mean,
This point?
according to the achievements, I'm about 66% of the way through.
You could do, yeah. Like I think you could go another 2 streams. So if you stop this one, then I don't think you will be able to finish it tomorrow. So I think that if you are 60% through, it kind
Well,
of some of these
it's-
scenarios drag on forever.
Yeah, that's true.
So I think you would be going maybe a couple more streams, this one and maybe like 2 more.
Alright, I mean, it's just early though, is the thing. Like, I'm stopping, like, about half an hour early.
It's up to you, dude.
Alright, I'll stop here. Didn't feel like I got through a lot, really, but I've been going for about 2.5 hours now, so I'm gonna stop here. Sorry to cut it short, people who are watching. Thanks for watching. Same time tomorrow, 11 PM AEST. Hopefully I'll finish it, and then I'll figure out what to do for the rest of the streams during that time. I've got a couple plans, a couple things I could do. But until then, and tomorrow, see if I finish it or not. I'll talk to you all later. Thanks for watching, and see you tomorrow.
See ya.